get your beauty rest on something beautiful. That's what we're making.
Just as I knew you would. Oh, it's you.
Two ways of making pillowcases. One is from a book, or I mean, it's been widely used, but it's in the book School of Sewing, which we love, and maybe we can get a picture of that right here. And then the other one is from, and it's also referred to as the taco pillowcase. And then the other pillowcase we're gonna do is kind of the hotel pillowcase, which is the one that has the end that covers up the pillow on the inside. And so it's a really nice pillowcase for just kind of keeping your pillow and your bed looking neat. This may be split into two videos. We're not sure. That'll be up to the production department. I just recently made new pillowcases for my bed, and it does really upgrade your sleeping situation and your enjoyment of your bedroom. So we're gonna start with the easier one, which is kind of the hotel pillowcase.
Production crew will enter in the dimensions on the screen right above Nicole's hand, right there.
And then you're also gonna need a jig for ironing your seams, for hemming each end. And then wonder clips, snips, as always. I requested that we have an abundance of wonder clips this time, which we do, which is great. Snips and scissors for trimming. And the big skill that we're gonna learn with this particular type of pillowcase is French seams. We have it, I already pre-folded it to the correct dimension and pressed it so that we know exactly what we're working with. And now what we're gonna do, the next step we're gonna do is we're going to hem the ends. So I'm using my jig, which is a cardboard piece of paper. We talked about this in a previous video. And this one is 1/2 inch. There's some scrabble there that says it's 1/2 inch. See, it's done. Still there. So pretty. Okay, so we're gonna do the other side. That is not smoke coming off of the machine. It is Helga. Little Helga. Okay, so here we go. We finished the end there, or finished the hem, and see how nice and neat that hem is? See how close it is to the edge? That is happening because we used the right foot. So this foot is an edge stitch foot or a top stitching foot. There are a variety of different things you could call it. But basically it has an adjustable guide on the foot that allows me to put the guide against the edge of the hem and then move the needle over so that I can be stitching exactly on the edge of the fabric. Using the right foot, it's really important. So we got about 1/8 of an inch away from the edge using our edge stitch foot. Okay, so I mentioned that with this pillowcase, see how we have some excess there on the bottom? It covers over the end of your pillow so that you don't see the actual pillow. So this part right here gets tucked into the inside of the pillowcase so that we never see the yucky parts of your pillow. See the inside pocket there? Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we have this sandwiched together so that the right sides are facing outside and the wrong sides are together. And what we'll do is we'll pin or wonder clip all the way down, and then we're going to seam that at 3/8 of an inch. Okay, if you feel like this seems backwards, that's because it kind of is. Basically, we're making a casing for the raw edge, so there will be no raw edge anywhere.
But that's only part of the story.
Oh.
we've got the first pass of our French seam done. It's about 3/8 of an inch away from the edge. Pretty good. Okay, now I'm going to trim down to about 1/4 of an inch. Why, you say? Why would I do that? Well, because that's how you do a French seam. Really, the bottom line is you want to trim it down so that it's easier on the next pass, and you don't have to use quite as much fabric, and also it's easier to sew a 3/8 inch than a 1/4 inch on a long stretch like this. So we're going to turn it inside out. Turn our little pillowcase inside out. And then we're going to press the sides. This is what it looks like. Okay, second seam, here we go. This time, for this seam, we are going to use 3/8 seam allowance again. Do you know why?
Why?
Because we trimmed it down and now it's less than 3/8, so we can still use the 3/8 seam allowance. Here's the big reveal. Ready?
But that's only part of the story.
Okay, so this is what it looks like now on the inside. Here's our seam. See, no raw edges. Ooh, ah. The crowd goes wild. Look, isn't this a nice pillowcase? And look, we've got a little pocket here for our pillow. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be such an upgrade. Such a nice upgrade. Yay! Okay.
Now, face this camera and do like an intro, like pillowcases. You need them. Everybody uses them.
Darling, let it rain.